everyone, and welcome to First Coast Living. I'm Casey DeSantis.
Hey, folks. Happy Thursday. I'm Curtis Dvorak.
So we are continuously keeping our eyes on Hurricane Irma. As you saw a second ago, everybody is watching that path to see where she's going to go next. And so we have some perspective to kind of show you what's been going on in her wake. And there's been a lot of damage coming from the Caribbean, where she tore through yesterday. This is Anguilla. They showed heavy rain, strong winds. You can see the trees blowing all over the place. That was in the capital. Power lines down. There was scattered debris outside storefronts and homes. Of course, they boarded up before the storm came through. This is video I think we have shot from the streets there. There's also video shown inside a hotel where the water went in, flooded the hallways, a lot of the rooms as well. And so really you can kind of get a sense when you look at all of this of the power of Irma as this came through a few days ago.
Yeah, small little island, Barbuda, of less than 1,500 people. Total devastation. They went through there, wiped it out pretty good.
Yeah, and then Puerto Rico, so we have video from there. The hurricane forced, I think, like 1 million residents. They're still in the dark after the storm blew through.
Power went out for them. Yeah, it's getting scary everywhere. You're looking at, obviously you're seeing all these videos all over the place on our channel and all over social media. But yeah, there's some shots of the down power lines. Obviously Puerto Rico went through it. It went over the BVI and now is approaching Cuba. Is going to be the next one that is in for it.
Yeah, and they're preparing. They're watching TV. Residents are monitoring local forecasts to see when and where and if and how much they're going to get. So the hurricane is due to hit the island sometime tomorrow. Cuban authorities say that they're going to begin mandatory evacuations of just the coastal areas today. But then they're going to see, how much they're going to have to do. And with Cuba, it's like there's only so much room to go.
And more stuff. Obviously, you keep seeing a lot of this. People posting water shortages, gas shortages in Georgia. Gas becoming a hot commodity for those either leaving South Florida or leaving here, and they're heading up that way. So all the gas lines are crazy. I went to one this morning and it said only premium, which was actually okay because I can only put premium in the old 2000 Jaguar.
That's in Georgia, up in Albany, Georgia, because you saw a second ago with the track. If it keeps going to our east, hopefully, it will keep going out to the Atlantic. But it looks like there's a possibility that it might be going ashore in Georgia. So the people up there, are taking this very seriously. And I've heard people say that here in Florida, there are a lot of gas stations, especially out by the beaches. They don't have any more gas. So it's a concern. It's just one of those things where. Just make sure you have everything that you need now. There are still gas stations, of course, that have gas. I passed, quite a few this morning, but there were lines at some, others no. So yeah.
So again, don't freak out. Again, everybody just relax and go about your normal business. We got 4 days.
But prepare. And obviously you can see that it's coming.
Hurricane Irma approached the British Virgin Islands, and anyone with the means to evacuate tried to do so. However, one very prominent person and the owner of Necker Island, located off North Sound, Virgin Gorda, chose to stay. Billionaire Richard Branson posted these updates on social media as the storm approached. Necker Island's on the north there. That's him, and he posted a picture of the staff, and a lot of people didn't understand it was the staff. They thought he was just throwing a hurricane party. But yeah, that's him. He's saying, haven't had a sleepover like this since I was a kid. Wonderful team here on Necker Island, all well. The eye went right over them, and that's them doing a little, what you do in a hurricane party, play some cards. He said once the storm hits, they were going to head to the wine cellar on the island, and it's a concrete bunker. So they did, and they posted this morning. Virgin posted this morning that everybody made it through okay.
Yeah, but they were also saying, and I think his son said, like, hey, listen, this is not to be taken lightly. Even though we're here playing dice and having a good time, like that's a serious storm that rolled through.
A lot of people got it a little out of control online, saying, oh, how insensitive. It's like, no, he went to be there on the front lines with his staff. He's not going to let them go through it alone. He went there to be.
Yeah, and I know some people are saying, should he have evacuated? He had the airline. Get people out of there, so there you go. Speaking of preparing for the storm, here locally, many people in our area are taking the time to put together their much needed precautions, their kits, and they're also thinking about their families, of course, and pets. And speaking of pets, as the storm approaches, there is an important time really to think about, or it is an important time, I should say, for our friends over at
That's right. The Humane Society just finished, well, the building's not totally finished yet, but it was opened and its first residents took residency yesterday. They moved the cats over. They moved the cats over yesterday to the Humane Society, and today is a massive day for everybody at the Humane Society because they're moving the dogs over. And we go to Trent, who is live out there at the Humane Society on a very special day for the staff at the Humane Society as they move the dogs over from their old home to the new home. Trent, how's it going out there?
That's right, Curtis and Case. It is a big day for the Jacksonville Humane Society. As you said, it comes at a perfect time as we prepare for Irma. We are shifting all of these beautiful pups, this one named Foster, over to the new building. And I'm joined by Lisa, our Humane Society Board President. Lisa, what's it been like fundraising, raising this capital with Our First Coast ever since that event 10 years ago?
Oh my gosh, we have waited for this for 10 years, and this is such an exciting week. It's a dream come true for us.
Yeah.
You know, when we first had the fire, we tried to raise money, and then the economic recession occurred, and everything came to a halt. And about 5 years ago, we decided we needed to get this building started because our temporary buildings were falling apart, and the community has rallied around us. Linda and David Stein have really led the charge. Linda's the head of our capital campaign, and others have followed suit, and we have been so grateful for the generosity of everyone, and especially to be this week with Irma. So we're getting our animals moved, and we're preparing for the community's needs as well.
Yes, donors stepped up. It came at the perfect time. And as you can see, we're all leashed up. Our volunteers, our workers are here with these beautiful pups because we're moving from the old facility over to this beautiful brand new one. So I'm walking with Lisa, I'm walking with all of our great volunteers and furry friends ready to be adopted because we're saying goodbye to that and saying hello to this awesome new facility. And I hope I can take you inside because it is, thank you so much, fresh and clean, y'all. It is a beautiful, just brand new facility with all the resources that you need and expect and then some. So Humane Society, you're ready to operate as they all come in. This is so amazing. Come in, look, your new home. I feel connected to the furry friends. Okay. But we're all venturing to the kennels in beautiful conditions. So thank you all. We're here at the Jacksonville Humane Society as they welcome in pups. They welcomed in cats to their brand new facility here on Beach Boulevard. Thank you, First Coast, for stepping up. Curtis and Casey, back to you.
Here you go. Foster.
I was out there this morning. I was out there this morning on Good Morning Jacksonville, and yeah, it is an amazing facility and perfect timing because that thing is built, concrete block built for withstanding a hurricane. But stay tuned to JHS because they have a ton of tips online about how to take care of your pets, and we're going to have them on tomorrow talking about pet safety tips.
That's good. It's just so heartwarming. I know they were saying new home, and you say it's a temporary new home, right?
Sure.
You got some good digs until you can find your forever home. So
hopefully your place. Go get them. Go rent them. Go adopt them.
Cuties. I mean, didn't it just make your heart feel good watching those guys walk into the camera, wagging their tails into the new place? It's just
so happy for everybody at the Humane Society because, as I said, they still have a little bit of the naming rights are still available. If you have $5 million to finish the bill, you can name the building whatever you want. So anybody out there with $5 million, call the Humane Society. They need it.
Great. Yeah, that'll be a great thing to put your name on.
Yeah.